terms of like when I listen to you play, you just like your pocket is really, really awesome. Like I'm
glad
just
you
like,
feel that
oh
way.
Jesus. I'm like, give me a break. It's too good. Like in terms of like working on your groove, have you ever done anything like that? Knowingly and thought, I'm going to work on this specific exercise.
Sure.
What kind of stuff have you done?
I mean, a basic control exercise like that. I mean, I do this on any instrument that I'm learning, like, you know, technique level 0, you know, basically like a drone, like focusing. I mean, in general, when you're practicing, it's nice to focus on one thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because the
Focus
more,
in on one, yeah.
and just really go way in there. So right hand, open string. We're going to forget about the left hand. And like just doing something like alternating 1, 2.
Yeah.
I've warmed up like this for 16 years playing bass. But changing accents and changing speed. So maybe at a moderate speed like... and changing the accents, so like 4s, 1, actually 8s, I guess.
Yeah.
Or 4s.
Just making sure the actual placement's bang on.
Right, or 3s. Or 5s.
Yeah.
Or groupings, like 2, 2, 3, like.
Yeah.
Which would be 7, or 2, 2, 2, 3, which would be 9, right?
Yeah.
You know, and just doing things like that, like you're totally taking your left hand out of the thing and you're focusing on accenting and changing accents with each finger, right? If you do any of those drills where the total number is odd, you're going to be starting with a different finger. You're going to be flipping everything.
It's going to be flipping, yeah.
So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right?
And making sure that you've got complete control.
Complete control. With a metronome, you know, always with the metronome, you know. And there's a million things you can do to practice with a metronome without an instrument.
Yeah, because you've got it like locked in. Something to lock into.
Yeah.
So to tell you you're locked in or not, right?
Totally. And just really letting the music in your mind guide your hands and not the other way around, because as bass, it's such a tactile thing. We can really play stuff without knowing what we're playing, right? I mean, I can just play,
like a pattern,
you know, and I don't hear any of those notes, but you can tell that I don't hear any of those notes, right? So before you do anything, when you're practicing, just thinking about how will this sound, hear it in your head, and then try to pull the sound out with your fingers, you know? So, I mean, I think exercises like that are really, really good. And I still warm up like that.
Yeah.
You know, put the metronome to where it, there's a great free app called Tempo that I use. And you can speed up the metronome every 8 bars or every 20 seconds.
Well, it just clicks on,
Yeah, by however many BPM that you want. And it's great, you know, for just spending 20 minutes just doom, 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 doom. And after 20 minutes, you know, stuff like that.
Because it's actually really, it's more complex than you think, like when I'm doing it. And when I'm always like, when somebody's playing 2 notes, like just like the consecutive same note, I'm always like, listen to the placement, like, is it even? Or is it slightly off? You know, when you listen to a great drummer play,
right, it's not
and it's right in the pocket. Yeah. It's right in the pocket, you know, like, can we do that with our fingers?
Well, I think the thing about, what I was talking about is time.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about doing these exercises, I'm talking about time, about locking in with a metronome and really having a clear sense of how to play in time.
Yeah.
Groove and feel is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
People can have groove and feel without having good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Many people have good time and don't have groove or feel. You know, these things are very different.
So why do you think that is?
Because one is spiritual and one is technical.
And do you think you can work on groove? Do you think it's something that you can...
Completely. But I think that you're very disadvantaged if you don't have access to musicians who play with groove and feel.
Yeah.
I went through college 4 years, did my thing, learned a bunch about theory and harmony and complex warm-up exercises and things like this. But, you know, I really didn't have any feel.
Yeah. It's actually playing with those guys that's giving you feel. It's like
totally. And I mean, I really got up in there, like in a scene. I was fortunate enough to be living near Dallas, where all the Roy Hargrove, RH Factor guys, all the Marcus Miller guys, all the Erykah Badu guys, all the Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond guys, they were all living there. So I found those places where those things were happening. I was playing in churches, like 80% of my gigs were in churches for 4 years in Dallas, and like you really understand quickly how bad your feel is, you know what I mean? And so for me I was fortunate. Not everyone has that opportunity, but we all have records.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And now with the internet, we all have YouTube, and we can watch these people play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you really have to take the initiative as an individual to try to learn how to play exactly like that.
Yeah.
Don't just learn the notes. Don't just buy the bass, but to really get all of the subtleties that your heroes have. And if you learn enough of those things from enough people, it's kind of like a passageway to your own sound.
Yeah.
A lot of people I don't want to learn too much of James Jamerson because I don't want to sound like a clone. Of course you don't want to sound like a clone.
Yeah.
You're never going to sound like James Jamerson, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's important that for me it was like I got into Jocko and then I got into Jamerson.
Yeah.
And then I got into
taking
Dave
elements
Holland.
From all, you're taking elements from all these players.
Yeah.
And you become an amalgamation of all your influences.
Yeah, all we are. I mean, you can't do anything new. No one can do anything new. All we can do is take the stuff from our record collection and put it through our filter with the way that we feel inside and express it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do you get groove? How do you get feel? If there are musicians in your town that you really feel that they have this thing strongly, go to every gig.
Yeah.
Carry their amp. You know what I mean?
Get involved.
Set up, tell them, I'm happy to set up your stuff. Blah, 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 blah. I was doing that with a keyboard player. I was driving him to his gigs. Bernard Wright, one of the greatest musicians I've ever met. I was driving him to his gigs, setting up his gear for like 3 years, and we were playing at church together. And it was, it was funny because I didn't feel like I had anything to offer musically until I had spent 3 years doing that.
Yeah.